When we think of ancient Egypt, images of powerful pharaohs, majestic pyramids, and glittering treasures immediately come to mind. These are the icons that have fascinated the world for centuries, drawing millions to the sands of Egypt in search of answers to age-old mysteries. The story of Egypt as we know it is one of grandeur and wonder, a civilization that seemed to rise almost overnight, leaving behind monuments that have stood the test of time. But what if the story we know is only a small part of a much larger, deeper tale? What if the Egypt we celebrate is just chapter 2 in a saga that stretches back far beyond the pharaohs and their golden tombs? Imagine a time before the first pharaoh, before the hieroglyphs, before the pyramids even dotted the horizon. Could there have been a forgotten civilization, lost to the shifting sands of time, whose legacy laid the foundation for everything that followed? Archaeologists have uncovered tantalizing clues, stone tools, ancient settlements, and mysterious artifacts that hint at a much older story. These discoveries suggest that people were thriving along the Nile long before Egypt's first dynasty. The official timeline of Egypt begins around 3100 BC, when King Narmer is said to have united Upper and Lower Egypt, marking the dawn of the Pharaonic Age. This is where most history books begin their tale. Yet, the land itself is far older. For tens of thousands of years, the Nile has been a lifeline, supporting communities of people who hunted, gathered, and eventually farmed its fertile banks. These early Egyptians left behind traces of their lives, tools, pottery, and even burial sites, evidence of a rich and complex society that predates the pharaohs by millennia. Who were these people? Were they simply humble farmers eking out a living from the land, or were they the inheritors of a much older wisdom? Some researchers believe that these early inhabitants possessed knowledge and skills that would later be attributed to the pharaohs themselves. Ancient texts and legends hint that the knowledge required to build wonders like the Great Pyramid did not simply appear overnight. Instead, it may have been passed down through generations, preserved by a select few who understood its true power. This idea suggests a lost chapter of human history, one in which secrets were carefully guarded and handed down, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. The ancient Egyptians themselves spoke of a time before history, a golden age when knowledge was given to humanity by beings of great wisdom. They called this era Zep Tepi, the first time, when gods walked the earth and shaped the destiny of mankind. According to their myths, it was during Zep Tepi that the foundations of civilization were laid, and the blueprint for Egypt's greatness was set in motion. After the age of the gods, the Shemsu Hor, or followers of Horus, are said to have ruled. These mysterious figures, half legend and half history, were believed to be the guardians of sacred knowledge, bridging the gap between the divine and the mortal. The Shemsu Hor were more than just priests or rulers. They were pioneers, explorers of the unknown, and keepers of the secrets that would one day shape the world's greatest civilization. Today, their story remains one of the greatest mysteries of all. As archaeologists and historians continue to dig beneath Egypt's sands, they search not just for artifacts, but for the truth, a truth that may forever change our understanding of where we come from and what secrets still lie buried beneath the timeless desert. Who were the mysterious Shemsu Hor, the enigmatic followers of Horus? Their name echoes through the corridors of ancient Egyptian history, shrouded in myth and legend. For centuries, scholars and explorers have puzzled over their true identity, piecing together fragments from ancient texts and archaeological discoveries. The Shemsu Hor are more than just a footnote in history. They are a key to understanding the very origins of Egyptian civilization. In Egyptian mythology, Horus was a central figure, a god of the sky, war, and kingship. He symbolized not only divine authority but also the eternal struggle between order and chaos. Horus, often depicted as a falcon or a man with a falcon's head, was revered as the protector of the pharaohs and the embodiment of rightful rule. His influence shaped the very foundation of Egyptian beliefs about leadership and the divine right to govern. The Shemsu Hor were believed to be the direct heirs of the gods, chosen to bridge the gap between the celestial and the earthly. They were seen as semi-divine beings, entrusted with sacred knowledge and the responsibility to guide humanity. Their presence in ancient art and literature suggests a lineage that carried the wisdom of the gods into the mortal world, ensuring the continuity of divine order on earth. Far from being mere myth, the Shemsu Hor are mentioned in some of Egypt's oldest records, such as the Palermo stone. These ancient inscriptions list them among the earliest rulers, predating even the first dynasties. Their names and deeds are etched in stone, offering tantalizing glimpses into a forgotten era when gods and men walked side by side. These pre-dynastic rulers were not only powerful and enlightened, but also instrumental in laying the groundwork for what would become one of the world's greatest civilizations. They established the first cities along the Nile, developed early forms of writing, and set the stage for the monumental achievements of later pharaohs. Their legacy can be seen in the tombs, artifacts, and ruins that still dot the Egyptian landscape today. The Shemsu Hor were more than just rulers. They were scholars, priests, and keepers of sacred traditions. They preserved the rituals, astronomical knowledge, and spiritual teachings handed down from the gods. Through their wisdom, they maintained the delicate balance between the seen and unseen worlds, ensuring the prosperity and stability of their people. Under their guidance, Egypt experienced a golden age of peace, innovation, and cultural flourishing. The Shemsu Hor oversaw the development of agriculture, the construction of temples, and the growth of vibrant communities along the Nile. Their reign marked a time when harmony prevailed, and the seeds of Egypt's future greatness were sown. Today, the Shemsu Hor are recognized as the vital link between the mythological age of gods and the historical era of the pharaohs. Their story bridges the gap between legend and reality, offering a glimpse into the mysterious transition from divine rule to human kingship. They are the missing chapter in Egypt's epic saga. Unraveling the secrets of the Shemsu Hor is like searching for the source of the Nile itself, a journey into the heart of ancient mysteries, and a quest to uncover the true origins of civilization. As we follow their story, we come closer to understanding how Egypt's timeless legacy began. The Shemsu Hor were credited with achievements that laid Egypt's foundation. They had unparalleled architectural skills, building complex stone structures. Their knowledge extended to science and astronomy, creating accurate calendars. This was crucial for predicting the Nile's flooding, essential for survival. In art, they pioneered the iconic Egyptian style, filled with symbolism. Their achievements paint a picture of a sophisticated culture, mastering both physical and spiritual worlds. The works attributed to this early period continue to astonish us, not just for their beauty, but for their extraordinary precision and complexity. When we look at the ancient Egyptian monuments, we are confronted with craftsmanship that seems almost impossible for its time. The lines carved into stone are so sharp, and the hieroglyphics so intricate, that it's hard to imagine they were made thousands of years ago, with tools far simpler than what we have today. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as the most iconic example. Its massive stone blocks weighing several tons each are fitted together with such accuracy that even a thin blade cannot be inserted between them. Even more astonishing, the pyramid is aligned almost perfectly to true north, a feat that would challenge even modern engineers. How did the builders achieve such a level of precision without advanced technology or machinery? Archaeologists have uncovered only simple copper chisels and stone hammers from this era. Yet these tools seem inadequate for the scale and perfection of the work. This raises a profound question. How did a civilization, supposedly limited to primitive implements, manage to create monuments that have stood the test of time and continue to baffle experts? The Serapeum of Saqqara adds another layer to the mystery. Here, massive granite sarcophagi, each weighing up to 70 tons, were carved and transported into underground chambers. The precision of their surfaces and the sheer logistics involved in moving them defy easy explanation. These feats suggest a level of organization and technical knowledge that seems out of place for the era. When we compare these ancient achievements to modern engineering, the sophistication is undeniable. The monuments of Egypt challenge our assumptions about what was possible in the distant past. They force us to reconsider the capabilities of early civilizations and the knowledge they may have possessed. The technical skill on display suggests that ancient Egypt reached a remarkable peak early in its history. The artistry and engineering are not just impressive, they are evidence of a society that valued knowledge, precision, and innovation. Even today, experts struggle to replicate some of these techniques. Some believe that the Shemsu Hor, a mysterious group mentioned in ancient texts, might have been the source of this advanced knowledge. Whether fact or legend, their legacy hints at a forgotten golden age, one whose secrets continue to inspire awe and curiosity in all who study these ancient wonders. The Royal Canon of Turin, a fragile papyrus, lists all Egyptian kings. It includes a dynasty of gods and the Shemsu Hor, who reigned for 13,420 years. Mainstream Egyptologists dismiss these rulers as mythological, but myths can contain truth, perhaps symbolizing a long-forgotten history. The Turin Canon challenges us to ask where myth ends and history begins. It's a priceless artifact, offering a glimpse into Egypt's deep, mysterious origins. The identity of the Shemsu Hor is a hotly debated topic. Mainstream views see them as pre-dynastic cultures like Naqada and Badarian. Others suggest they were survivors of a lost, advanced civilization. This theory connects to the legend of Atlantis, destroyed by a cataclysm. Another possibility is an indigenous group of elite scholars preserving ancient wisdom. Each theory has its champions and critics, but the Shemsu Hor remain an enigma. The Shemsu Hor's influence was profound in dynastic Egypt. Pharaohs saw themselves as successors to the Shemsu Hor and the gods. This belief was the bedrock of pharaonic power for over 3,000 years. Egyptian culture, religion, and state structure echoed their legacy. The pharaohs continued the sacred mission of the Shemsu Hor, maintaining cosmic order. The Shemsu Hor provided the blueprint for Egyptian civilization, a legacy of immense antiquity. The Great Pyramid is an engineering marvel, but were the pharaohs the original architects? The theory suggests the knowledge to build the pyramids was a legacy from the Shemsu Hor. Imhotep, the architect of the Step Pyramid, may have rediscovered ancient knowledge. The Giza Plateau's layout supports this idea with its celestial alignments. The pharaohs completed a sacred project started long before, fulfilling a destiny laid out by the Shemsu Hor. The story of the Shemsu Hor reminds us that history is an ongoing investigation. The deserts of Egypt hide countless secrets, waiting to be uncovered. Modern technology reveals hidden chambers and lost cities without digging. Each discovery has the potential to rewrite history, offering answers about Egypt's origins. The mystery of the Shemsu Hor invites us to keep an open mind and question conventional timelines. The quest for the Shemsu Hor is a search for our forgotten history, a thrilling expedition into the past.